Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm under pressure while others collapse at the first challenge? The difference isn't luck or talent, it's mental strength. That's something most people don't train, but you can start today. The first thing to understand, life isn't easy, and that's not a sign you're doing something wrong. On the contrary, it proves you're truly living, experiencing what every human faces: failure, pain, and setbacks. However, those with a strong inner self don't give up. They rise after each fall. They know the mind is like a muscle, it only grows stronger through training and resistance. If you always avoid difficulties, choosing the easy path, then when reality hits, you won't have the strength to withstand it. Change happens when you start seeing every challenge as a mental training session. Then, failure is no longer a punishment but an opportunity to grow stronger. When your mindset shifts, you're no longer easily knocked down, you become unbreakable. To build mental strength, start with small daily habits. A strong mind isn't formed from a single grand moment. It's built from repeated small victories, day by day, action by action. Here are 4 simple yet highly effective habits to train a resilient mind. Cold showers. Start your day by doing something tough. A cold shower not only wakes your body but also builds mental discipline. It teaches you that you can control your reactions, not be ruled by emotions. Exercise. The body and mind are deeply connected. When you strengthen your body, you also boost your confidence, focus, and ability to handle pressure. Meditation or quiet sitting. Spend just 5 to 10 minutes daily sitting still, breathing deeply, and observing your thoughts. This helps you manage emotions better, improves focus, and allows calmer reactions in stressful situations. Do something hard every day. It can be as simple as not hitting snooze in the morning, adding an extra set at the gym, or speaking up when you feel shy. When you deliberately choose the hard thing, other difficulties in life stop scaring you. These habits don't require talent, just commitment and persistence. You don't need to change everything in one day. Just pick one, start today, and repeat tomorrow. Gradually, you'll find yourself stronger, calmer, and less shaken by adversity. Mental strength doesn't just come from what you do, it also comes from what you stop doing. To have a resilient mind, you must let go of habits that weaken your inner power. Here are 3 things to eliminate now. Stop complaining. Every second you spend complaining is a second you could use to change things. Complaining doesn't solve problems, it only makes you feel more helpless. Instead of being stuck in frustration without action, choose, fix it or let it go. But don't stay still. Stop seeking constant comfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. When you avoid the cold, dodge tough conversations, or delay what needs to be done, you're also avoiding chances to grow. Mentally strong people step into discomfort because they know that's where strength is forged. Stop making excuses. Excuses sound reasonable, but they don't change reality. They keep you small. Instead of saying I can't because, ask how can I? The truth is, you always have a choice, even the smallest one. When you take responsibility instead of blaming, you reclaim control of your life. Remember, what you refuse to do shapes who you become. A strong mind doesn't come from doing more, it comes from shedding what weakens you. Once you eliminate these 3 toxic habits, you'll notice a difference not just in your emotions but in the results you create daily. Lessons on mental strength don't just come from theory, they come from real stories. And one of the clearest examples is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Forget titles like bodybuilding champion, Hollywood star, or California governor for a moment. Before all that glory, Arnold was just a boy from a small village in Austria. No money. No connections. No fancy gym. Just one thing, a big dream and an unshakable steel spirit. At 15, Arnold first picked up weights. By 21, he left everything behind, moving to America. He barely spoke English, had nothing but iron will. Yet that's what made him a legend. Arnold wasn't the strongest or the most naturally gifted. But he was the hardest worker. Every early morning, every grueling workout, every moment of pain, he pushed through. Not because he always felt motivated, but because he chose to show up daily, no matter his mood or circumstances. Mental strength isn't perfection. It's a commitment to yourself. It's the ability to keep going even when no one's cheering. Arnold wasn't born to win, he trained himself to become a winner. The lesson here is clear, you don't need to be Arnold. You don't need fame. You just need to start, right where you are. If a boy with nothing but ambition could change his entire life, so can you. A mentally strong person isn't someone without emotions. They're someone who controls their reactions to emotions. And the simplest yet most powerful skill to do that is, pausing before reacting. Imagine you're angry, triggered, or offended. The usual reflex is to react instantly, yell, blame, or withdraw. But a strong person pauses. They take a deep breath, count to 3, and in that moment, they regain control. That's the power gap between stimulus and response. In that space, you can choose a conscious reaction instead of letting emotions drive you. Remember, emotions are like waves. You can't stop them from coming, but you can learn to surf them instead of drowning. The weak are swept away by emotions. The strong observe emotions without becoming them. When you train yourself to stay calm in tough situations, you become incredibly powerful, in a positive way. You're not easily manipulated, provoked, or thrown off course. Mental strength isn't cold detachment. It's awareness of emotions and the ability to respond wisely. Most people fear failure. They avoid it, hide it, and sometimes abandon dreams just to escape the feeling of defeat. But mentally strong people understand that failure isn't the end, it's the price of growth. Look at any successful person, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, what do they have in common? They failed more times than others have even tried. They don't fear mistakes, they learn from them, and that's what takes them further. The weak see failure as a reflection of their worth. The strong see it as data. Each fall teaches them what works and what doesn't. They adjust, learn, and keep moving forward. That resilience is what truly makes the difference. More importantly, failure only becomes permanent when you give up. If you keep going, you've never truly lost. A setback isn't the end, it's a necessary part of the journey. It's where you build inner strength, sharpen your resolve, and forge an unbreakable spirit. Starting today, change how you view failure. Don't avoid it, welcome it like a strict teacher. Failure doesn't destroy you. It shapes you. And remember, successful people aren't those who never fall, but those who always get back up after falling. We're often told to stay motivated, but the truth is, motivation is a liar. It comes and goes. When you're excited, everything feels easy. But when you're tired, discouraged, or lose faith, motivation vanishes. And if you only act when motivated, you'll never build anything lasting. What replaces motivation is discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what you don't want to do, at the right time, because you know it's the right thing. Wake up early. Work out. Focus on your tasks. Say no to distractions. Not because you feel good, but because you have goals and standards. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you build trust in yourself. And that trust is the true source of real confidence. Not appearances, not praise, but the feeling that I can do this because I've overcome it before. Discipline doesn't need to be grand. It comes from small, consistent daily choices. Read a book instead of scrolling. Turn off your alarm and get up instead of snoozing. Finish tasks on time instead of procrastinating. These small actions compound over time and turn you into someone unshakable. So, don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for the perfect day to start. Train yourself to do the right thing, even when you're not in the mood. That's the only path to becoming unbeatable.